Henry Cole was once a familiar face, known for his charm, success, and love for bikes. But behind the smiles was a story no one expected. Whispers grew, questions piled up, and then he vanished. What really happened to him? Where is he today? Join us as we uncover the sad truth about what happened to Henry Cole. Henry's journey into the world of bikes. Henry's story starts in 1964 in Norfolk, England. He was born into a British family with a rich history, and he spent his childhood in a large Victorian rectory. The house was traditional and strict due to his father, a former army major, who enforced a sense of order and responsibility. Henry's mother, on the other hand, provided support and stability. He grew up in a world of rules, respect, and the stress of meeting standards. Given his family's background in politics and prestigious legacy, it was highly likely that Henry would pursue a conventional path in his future. His family, deeply rooted in politics, anticipated that he would carry on the family legacy. His grandfather, the renowned British Prime Minister William Ewart Gladstone, was a significant figure in British politics, intensifying the high expectations for Henry. It seemed inevitable that Henry would enroll in a military school, potentially join the army like his father, and eventually establish a career amongst the established elite in the city. However, life has a tendency to throw unexpected events at us. Henry's fate took a different turn, not because of defiance, but due to a sudden interest that would have a permanent impact on his life. This transformation was initiated by his uncle Redbeard, a colorful character who would unintentionally introduce Henry to a whole new world. It all began during a family trip to Liverpool that Henry's life started to change direction. Uncle Redbeard, a man known for being a bit strange, gave Henry a tour of his huge property. The tour led them to a surprising spot, an old shed hidden on the grounds. Initially, the shed looked usual, but inside, there was something amazing waiting for Henry. As he walked in, he was immediately surrounded by the distinct smell of oil and leather in the air. His eyes widened as he saw rows of vintage British motorcycles, each one more fascinating than the next. The motorcycles, showing their age, shone with a rugged charm, their brass and chrome details reflecting the light in a way that made them seem almost alive. Uncle Redbeard asked Henry to come closer, and when he did, something clicked inside him. He felt the cold metal of the motorcycles when he touched them, heard the engines purring with power, and instantly became interested. This was no longer just a regular visit to a family member's house. It marked the start of a lifelong obsession. From that point forward, Henry's fascination with motorcycles grew. He started reading motorcycle magazines avidly, studying every article, photo, and piece of information about these machines that fascinated him. His family, noticing his increasing obsession, did not entirely grasp his newfound passion. Even though he still dressed in corduroy pants and neatly combed his hair to the side, Henry was now engrossed in a world that was exciting, wild, and untamed. At 12 years old, Henry started going to town and riding his bike to a motorcycle shop. The shop was small but welcoming, a place for all things motorcycle-related. There, Henry would eagerly read magazines and become fascinated by the biker lifestyle, with its rough appearance and sense of adventure. This world was different from his strict upbringing, offering unpredictability, freedom, and opportunities. Years went by, and Henry's passion for motorcycles grew stronger. His bond with these vehicles became a significant part of who he was, distancing him from his family's strict beliefs. When he was a teenager, a friend offered Henry the chance to ride a 250cc Honda single-cylinder motorcycle. Even though he had never ridden before, Henry excitedly agreed to try. He was committed to learning this new skill, even if it meant learning from his mistakes. Henry had a hard time starting the bike at first. The engine did not work properly, but Henry did not want to quit. He kept trying, and eventually he got the bike to start. However, he felt embarrassed when he accidentally rode the bike into a hedge. It wasn't a smooth start, but Henry did not care. What mattered was that he was finally entering the world he had always dreamed of, a world that he fell in love with on the day he found the bike in Uncle Redbeard's shed. However, this chase for a better life did not come without great challenges and pressure. Henry's fight for a second chance. Henry initially thought he found his passion in motorcycles, but as he matured, he became interested in show business. The energy, fast pace, and spotlight of television and film attracted him. It was thrilling to chase something new. The lights, creativity, and feeling of being part of something big fascinated him. However, the excitement of show business eventually turned into something more sinister. From 19 to 24 years old, Henry got caught up in substance use. Starting as occasional use, it soon became uncontrollable. Substance became a regular part of his life, seeping into his daily activities and gradually taking over. At his lowest point, he was spending about 250 pounds a day on his habit. To sustain it, he used up all his money, including overdrafts and earnings from his small business. It was a risky pattern, and before long, it began to wear him down. His world started to feel smaller. He spent a lot of time by himself, cut off from his house. Rather than going out, he had everything brought directly to him. The delivery drivers did not just bring food or goods, but also a link to the outside world, a link that ended up costing him almost £7,000 annually. The money struggles got worse quickly. Henry stopped making mortgage payments, and eventually the bank intervened. His possessions were seized, item by item, until he had very little left. What he struggled with the most wasn't just the financial difficulties or being alone, but the feeling of loneliness. His friends slowly drifted away until he was almost completely alone. The only ones who still visited were Matt and Luke Goss, the twin brothers from the band Brozus, who lived close by. Their rare visits provided some solace during a period that felt devoid of meaning. His personal issues were not kept private, and instead became widely known, featured in newspapers. He was even given the nickname Hero in Henry by one publication, which implied he was only a substitute dependent. This was embarrassing, hurtful, and a very private matter. The headlines made his difficulties even more burdensome. It wasn't just his physical health or finances that were affected, but also his reputation and sense of self. Despite the difficult times, Henry's family stayed united. His parents never left his side, providing support and comfort during the dark times in his life. Their presence gave him a sense of stability and hope amidst the chaos. After some time, Henry came to a crucial moment in his life. He desired a solution to his problems with addiction. Henry did not want his life to be defined by his struggles with addiction. He focused on his work and gradually made his way back into the television industry. It was a challenging journey, but it gave him a sense of purpose once again. Through perseverance, dedication, and the help of others, he started to piece his life back together. Henry fully committed himself to getting treatment, which ended up costing him nearly £500,000. Despite the high cost, he believed it was a worthwhile investment to reclaim his life. Henry has been sober for over 30 years now. He is open about his past and shares it to help others facing similar challenges. His story is about hope, recovery, and the strength needed to change one's life. Henry's journey from setbacks to screens. Henry did not plan to go into television, but the opportunity came at the perfect moment for him. He had been facing personal and financial difficulties and was in need of a fresh start. Henry had always been curious, motivated, and creative, which helped him succeed in show business through hard work and a willingness to experiment with new ideas. His first try at making a movie did not go well. In 1995, Henry made a film called Mad Dogs and Englishmen, which had Elizabeth Hurley in it. He thought the movie would help him succeed, but it did not do well with critics and did not make money. Instead of helping him, it almost ruined his career. Some people did not think he was talented, and the failure could have made him quit the industry. However, Henry persevered and came up with a groundbreaking idea. He envisioned a television show that would feature celebrities and vintage cars. His goal was to combine the elements of fame, nostalgia, and automobile engines in an entertaining fashion. When he serendipitously crossed paths with a producer from Channel 5, he shared his concept with them. Initially, the executive had doubts about Henry's ability to host the show. Nevertheless, they decided to give him an opportunity. He was tasked with creating a Christmas special episode for the program as a test run. The unique episode was very popular. People liked the casual talks, classic cars, and the laid-back style of the show. Henry came up with a smart, fun, and enjoyable concept. This led to Stars and Cars expanding into a successful series that ran for 5 years. Each episode showcased a different famous person, sharing anecdotes during a drive in a classic car. The premise was straightforward but effective. Audiences enjoyed seeing well-known figures in a more relaxed environment, away from glamorous events, simply chatting and laughing in the car. Henry's success boosted his self-belief and encouraged him to dream bigger. He aimed to incorporate his passion for motorcycles into his TV projects, leading to the creation of the world's greatest motorcycle rides. The show showcased Henry's journeys along iconic and picturesque roads worldwide, exploring routes like Route 66 in the US and mountain trails in Europe. The series became a tribute to liberty, exploration, and thrilling motorcycle adventures. The World's Greatest Motorcycle Rides was different from other travel shows because it focused on the actual experience of riding a motorcycle. Henry traveled through small towns, interacted with locals, and sampled new foods, all while on his bike. The noise of the engine, the scenery along the road, and the peaceful moments in between pit stops helped make the show feel intimate and authentic. Every trip had its unique stories and unexpected moments. Viewers did not just see a man on a journey, they felt like they were right there with him, experiencing a getaway from their everyday lives. The show was unique because of its heartfelt nature. It focused on savoring the experience, rather than just showcasing popular destinations quickly. It emphasized appreciating the journey, connecting with people, and enjoying serene moments. Henry contributed a tranquil and reflective vibe to the show. His love for motorcycles was evident, and his excitement while traveling was infectious. Henry used to think that connecting motorcycles with television was something unattainable, but he was able to make it happen by being determined and creative. He showed that despite facing challenges, there is always a path forward that leads to not only success, but also happiness, fulfillment, and something worth sharing with others. Despite being fully in love with bikes, Henry did not stop there. He also became a full advocate for speed and safety, trying as much as possible to help people drive safely, reducing accidents and losses. Henry's ride toward speed and safety. In 2013, Henry gained attention for pushing the boundaries of both man and machine at the Bonneville Salt Flats. This area in the United States is popular for those trying to set speed records due to its long, empty stretches. Henry made history by setting a new world land speed record for a 750cc motorcycle made before 1955 while riding a 1927 Bro Superior, a unique and vintage bike. He exceeded 100 miles per hour on this classic motorcycle. This achievement was not just about numbers, but also symbolizes courage, thrill, and personal significance to Henry. While riding his motorcycle on the salt, Henry experienced a phenomenon called a tank slapper, where the handlebars shook violently due to instability at high speeds. This was a scary moment for him, but it also added to the excitement. Henry remained focused and managed to keep the bike under control despite the risk. This moment of chaos, danger, and clarity epitomized the essence of riding for him. It was more than just a means of transportation. It was about fully experiencing every moment, every obstacle, and every thrill. Riding had always been an adventure for Henry, and breaking this record showed just how passionate he was about it. However, the story did not stop there. Henry's connection with motorcycles wasn't just about excitement or going fast. As he spent more time riding and gaining experience, his perspective changed. He realized that every ride could be enjoyable, but also risky if proper precautions weren't taken. He had witnessed the consequences of bikers disregarding safety measures. So, while he used to prioritize speed, he now focused on spreading awareness about something equally crucial: safety. Later on, Henry got involved in a motorcycle safety campaign in Devon and Cornwall. The campaign was part of the Vision Zero Southwest Plan, which aimed to eliminate road fatalities and serious injuries. Henry understood the significance of this goal, especially for motorcycle riders who are more vulnerable than drivers. He joined the campaign out of genuine concern, not just as a well-known rider. Henry featured in a short film for the campaign, where he shared a letter from a rider who had a bad accident. The letter was written to the rider's mom and was filled with remorse. The rider confessed to taking dangerous risks, disregarding safety measures, and not wearing proper protection. He felt truly sorry for the trouble he caused. The letter was straightforward, yet impactful, illustrating how simple choices, such as not wearing a helmet or speeding, can have a huge impact on one's life. Reading the letter had a big impact on Henry. He had lived a fast life and knew the dangers involved. Now, he wanted to help others by sharing his experiences. He wanted people to have the thrill of riding without the risk of getting hurt. He believed in safety, not to ruin the fun of biking, but to ensure everyone could continue to enjoy it for a long time. Henry's journey had a complete cycle, starting as a boy who adored bikes in a shed and ending as a man breaking world records and using his love for bikes to help others. His experiences included important moments, dangerous situations, and significant personal growth. Throughout everything, his love for riding never wavered. Now, he helps others stay safe while riding bikes. Henry's life away from the spotlight. After experiencing many different experiences, both good and bad, Henry finally reached a point where he felt prepared to take it easy and concentrate on what was most important to him, creating a peaceful life. As his career stabilized and his health improved, he started to anticipate a life that wasn't just about work, travel, or exciting times. It was during this peaceful period that he crossed paths with Jane. From the start, Jane and Henry felt a strong connection. Jane was not just nice and considerate, but she also appreciated living a simple and meaningful life like Henry. They decided to get married and settle down in the Cotswolds, a peaceful area in England famous for its picturesque landscapes and quaint towns. Living there gave them the opportunity to relax, reflect, and savor their time together as a family without the distractions of celebrity. Henry and Jane created a life together that was full of love, harmony, and privacy. They had 2 kids named Charlie and Tom, who were the most important part of their lives. Despite being famous for his adventures and television appearances, Henry made sure to keep his family life out of the spotlight. He wanted his children to have a normal upbringing without the stresses or attention that can come with being in the public eye. Jane was a source of silent support for Henry. She helped him with his projects and made sure everything ran smoothly behind the scenes. Even though she did not often appear with him in public, her presence was consistent and important. They worked together as a strong team, not seeking attention, but prioritizing living fully. Their relationship was built on trust, kindness, and creating something enduring. Their household was not just filled with family members, but also included a dog named Jelly Bean, who quickly became beloved by all. Jelly Bean brought joy and coziness to their daily routine, whether by snuggling up on the sofa or playing outside with the boys. Henry's passion for animals, nature, and outdoor activities influenced how they spent their family time, with weekends often dedicated to sharing his hobbies with Charlie and Tom. He frequently took his family on relaxing motorcycle rides, or they would venture into the countryside together. These experiences were not for the public eye. They were for enjoyment, education, and bonding. Henry thought that the most special memories are the ones cherished in the heart, not shared with everyone. That is why, despite being well known, there are only a few pictures of his family online. He did not want people to be interested in his family just because of his fame. He wanted his kids to be recognized for their identities, not because of their father's reputation. Henry currently leads a fulfilling life, though it may not be very flashy. His life is based on his past experiences, overcoming challenges, and strong beliefs. What makes his life special now is not just his past successes, but the peaceful contentment he has found in his relationships, being a dad, and the simple happiness of being at home. So, where does Henry Cole stand financially? What is the total outcome of all his efforts? Financial status and net worth. Henry's tale is more than just about becoming famous or wealthy. It's about overcoming obstacles and creating a life that is both fulfilling and prosperous while staying true to what is important. Currently, his net worth is estimated to be around $2 million, showcasing the hard work and consistency he has put into his career. However, his wealth is not just about the amount of money he has accumulated, but also the years of hard work, perseverance, and commitment he has demonstrated. Henry primarily makes his money from his many years working in television. He has presented various shows that have been popular both nationally and globally. People know and trust him because of his charisma, expertise, and sense of excitement on screen. His hosting jobs have not only made him a household name worldwide, but also led to other business ventures. Behind the scenes, Henry went from just being on TV to also making his shows. He started creating programs that could be sold and shown on different channels around the world. This way, he was able to make money not just once, but over and over again through syndication agreements. Whenever one of his shows was broadcast in another country or on a new platform, he made more money. This was a clever decision that increased the worth of his work in the long run. Henry did not just focus on television. His true passion has always been motorcycles. He decided to follow his heart and created Gladstone Motorcycles, a company that specializes in crafting unique British bikes in honor of his great-grandfather Gladstone. The motorcycles made by Gladstone are not made in large quantities. Instead, they are meticulously crafted for a small group of individuals who value quality, tradition, and style. Even though Gladstone Motorcycles targets a specific group of customers, its influence has been significant. It provided Henry with a reputable position in the custom motorcycle industry. Additionally, it brought attention to the type of exceptional craftsmanship that many contemporary companies overlook. Each motorcycle is a masterpiece, reflecting the level of attention and precision that Henry values. Although the company is profitable, its main goal extends beyond financial gain. It is focused on producing something unique and meaningful, something that encapsulates a sense of spirit and character. Despite being successful, Henry remains humble. He prefers to invest in things that hold value to him, such as vintage motorcycles, tools, and meaningful objects, rather than flashy items. His passion for timeless designs and craftsmanship isn't just a pastime, it influences his business decisions, home decor, and writing style. When it comes to writing, Henry has become successful as an author too. He wrote memoirs that discuss his personal journey and his strong passion for motorcycles. One of his books, A Biker's Life, offers a candid view of his adventures on the road and in life. Another book, The Life-Changing Magic of Sheds, explores how basic spaces can bring peace, clarity, and inspiration. Many people have been touched by his honest and humorous writing. His books have not only provided him with extra income, but also helped him connect with others on a personal level. Henry now leads a well-balanced life. He has transformed his challenging past into motivational tales. Through his skills, he has established businesses that embody his beliefs. Moreover, he is not only increasing his wealth, but also giving back to his fans, readers, and the communities he cares about by promoting safe and responsible biking. The future for Henry Cole. Henry Cole has created a life influenced by his passion, dedication, and enjoyment of pursuing his interests. He has demonstrated through his work on television and in traveling that an individual can find fulfillment by following a path that aligns with their passions and skills. Looking ahead, it is evident that there are more opportunities and experiences in store for him. His journey is far from its conclusion and might just be entering a new and thrilling chapter. Henry has established himself as a prominent figure in the television and motorcycle industries. However, his journey is far from over. He is always looking for new opportunities to expand and engage with others. Henry, who is constantly evolving, will probably discover innovative ways to express his passion for motorcycles, travel, and living with purpose. He has many options to continue sharing his interests, whether it be through new television programs, books, or projects centered around motorcycle culture. Henry's outlook on life allows for a wide range of possibilities in the future. He takes his time and doesn't follow popular trends. Instead, he follows his intuition and chooses projects that are meaningful to him. This could result in him working on innovative television projects that delve into inspiring stories or explore themes related to community and heritage. Henry's collaboration with Gladstone Motorcycles is likely to expand in the future. Even though the company is intentionally kept small, it is highly valuable in terms of both financial worth and significance. The motorcycles crafted by Gladstone represent a narrative of precision, attention to detail, and traditional pride in producing high-quality objects. With the increasing interest in handmade goods and personalized craftsmanship, it is possible that more individuals will look to Gladstone for something unique that cannot be replicated through mass production. This distinctive aspect might contribute to the longevity and significance of Henry's brand in the market for years to come. Henry's future could involve mentoring. He has gained a lot of knowledge and experience over the years while staying grounded. He is authentic rather than showy, which makes him a role model for younger creators and builders. Sharing his skills and values could become a significant aspect of his life moving forward. He might take on roles where he guides new talent, provides advice, or creates opportunities for others to succeed. This could bring him happiness in a different way, as he helps shape the future for others. Henry's strong bond with his family will continue to be the main focus of his future endeavors. He has found contentment in spending time at home, enjoying simple moments with his wife Jane and their children, Charlie and Tom. They spend peaceful days in the countryside of England, away from the noise of cameras and large gatherings. This love for his family will remain constant and may even become a bigger influence on his choices. He may take things slower to cherish moments with his children as they get older, sharing interests, going on road trips, and creating lasting memories from small, everyday things. Despite having a calm family life, Henry's strong energy drives him to keep writing. He finds writing to be a way of speaking sincerely without the need to put on a show. Readers appreciate the simplicity in which he expresses his experiences. Whether it be another book or a collection of reflections, many people would be eager to read Henry's words. Henry may continue using his voice to promote safer motorcycle habits to ensure safety. He has already taken on this role by spreading important messages gently and truthfully. As more individuals join the motorcycle community, Henry could assist in mentoring them. He knows that the excitement of speed should be balanced with proper safety precautions. By promoting cautious riding, he helps safeguard the freedom bikers cherish. His powerful voice could also be used in other areas, such as promoting mental health awareness, encouraging an outdoor lifestyle, or backing causes he cares about. He has demonstrated an ability to genuinely connect with people in the past, and this talent could be utilized to champion important causes beyond just bikes or TV shows. Henry's future holds endless possibilities as he can pursue various interests and roles. He can blend his passion for tradition with his innovative ideas. He can be a creator, a communicator, a parent, an explorer, a mentor, and a student. Henry is multifaceted, and each aspect of his personality could bring about unforeseen opportunities. Henry's future revolves around maintaining a balance in various aspects of his life. Despite achieving success, he remains true to himself by cherishing simple activities like spending time in his shed, taking peaceful walks with his dog, and enjoying the sensation of wind on his face while riding. This sense of tranquility and happiness will guide him in making wise decisions in his future endeavors. What does the future hold for Henry Cole? It seems very promising. It will be filled with new experiences, unforgettable moments, and maybe some unexpected moments. There will be more tales to tell, more joy, and more meaningful time spent. Henry's path has always been about more than just being famous. It's been about passion. Passion for motorcycles, for people, for living life to the fullest. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.